So bone cancers. There's a few that I'm going to focus on, and there's a few that will be found in first aid that I will not talk about because I think they're very low yield. We're going to be talking about the malignant bone tumors. These present pretty similarly as with bone pain. You usually see it in kids. So the way you differentiate it is based on clinical findings as well as location of the tumor. So osteosarcoma is our first one. And this is from a malignant proliferation of osteoblasts. Remember, those are the ones that make osteoid. And what you will see on imaging is there's a couple characteristic findings. First is the Codman triangle. So you can see in this image here, there's a triangle that's formed by an elevation of the bone due to the tumor. The next thing you're going to possibly see, is the sunburst pattern. As you can see here, very clearly shown. Looks like a sunburst. That is also a characteristic of an osteosarcoma. Finally, this is found in the metaphysis of the long bones. Alright, next is a Ewing sarcoma. And this is a malignant proliferation of small blue cells of neuroectoderm origin. And you will often see a T1112 translocation. When you think about it, there's a guy named Patrick Ewing. He's a basketball player. His jersey is 33. So I never forget this because 11 plus 22 is 33. So remember Patrick Ewing of Ewing sarcoma. And on the imaging, you're going to see the onion skin on the x-ray. As you can see on this x-ray, there's one layer here and then there's another layer. Again, what it is, there's many layers of bone. And that causes this onion skin appearance on the x-ray. And this is usually found in the diaphysis of the long bone, so more near the middle. Finally, we have the giant cell tumor. This is a tumor of multinucleated giant cells, as the name suggests, and it is locally aggressive and can reoccur. Characteristic here is that it has a soap bubble appearance on x-ray. As you can see, here is the tumor, and it looks just like soap bubbles. And this is found on the epiphysis of long bones. So just so you have an idea what I'm talking about with epiphysis, metaphysis, and diaphysis. This is the epiphysis. Metaphysis is in between the diaphysis and the epiphysis. Remember, these are the locations we talked about. Giant cells, epiphysis. Osteosarcoma is metaphysis. Ewing sarcoma is diaphysis. I don't really have a good way to remember this, but if you can think about it, you can say you can go down the bone, and that's how you get it. You have giant cell tumor at the very top, you have osteosarcoma in the metaphysis, and you have Ewing sarcoma in the diaphysis. You go down as you go down the bone. Okay, so that wraps it up for bone cancers. And just remember that there's first aid will tell you varying age distributions, but pretty much they're all in children. So for children with bone pain, you got to be thinking about bone cancer. Alright, so that's it for bone cancers.